Good morning. The first thing on the agenda today is going to work on the Chrysler. Got my cold air intake in the other day. Get that opened up, see how it looks. And first I got to take the intake off and replace the other 5 injectors that weren't replaced when I replaced the one when my car broke down. So we'll get the other 5 replaced, get this thing running good, and get the cold air intake put on it. First, you probably want to start removing the factory air box. The bracket on mine is broken, but normally you unbolt this first. I'm going to go ahead and get this out, this off, hose clamp here, and right around here, plug in on the intake tube. Intake tube, box, filter, and I believe this is the mass airflow sensor, would be my guess, is unplugged. Now, you have to unbolt the bracket. It's hard to show you on camera. There's a bolt right here, and there's another bolt right here, and this is the passenger side. Go around to the driver's side here. There are 2 more brackets that are even harder to deal with. Bolt here, bolt right there, and there's another bracket back here. I've already had this intake off twice, and I found the best way to do it is take these top bolts all the way out, and if you can get the bottom ones most of the way out, the brackets will just kind of get out of the way. Alright, the intake is unbolted. I had to pull this vent tube off so I could tip the intake all the way up. Now I can get to both fuel rails. You can remove the intake all the way if you undo breather hose and unplug a couple of wires, but since I'm only accessing this fuel rail and this fuel rail, I really don't need to remove it all the way. Now, if you're in this far on your car and you're going to do your coils and spark plugs, your passenger side, you can do all 3 without removing the whole intake. You only have to remove the intake tube. But in order to access the driver's side, all 3, that has to be taken off. This has to be taken out. Then you can remove them, replace them, put it back together. So now I'm going to remove these 2 star bolts. This is where the new injector is, so I need to replace these 2 outside ones and all 3 of these. And let's get tearing into there. So when you remove the bolts, your injector will be, or your fuel rail will be kind of stuck in here because these injectors are a very tight fit for a reason. It is because it's a high pressure system and it holds them in place. So there is going to be some effort to remove and replace this fuel rail. Okay, I was able to just gently pop these off with my hands. Make sure you always pay attention. There's no O-ring here, so that means it's up in there. It needs removed. Have an O-ring left over anywhere, this whole process is going to be messed up. Okay, so when it comes to popping these injectors out, the way I do it, I get on a hard surface like one of these bolts, and then I take my other hand and I put it on the back side of the injector, and I just easily pull forward on the injector and push up with this at the same time. Always put it on a hard surface. Don't fucking put it on one of these plastic ones. And now I got these fuel injectors pushed back in, getting ready to tighten the rail down, and then we're gonna do this side. Then I need to pressurize it and make sure I have no leaks. Okay, when you're pushing your injector rails back down, if you notice, there's like a little keyway type situation going on. Make sure you have your injector locked into that, or else your rail will not go down all the way. Okay, so I did a pressure test. To do that, I just went in the car. Do not put your foot on the brakes. Just press the start until it goes to on. You'll hear the fuel pump kick on, and you can look for wet spots. Looks like everything is dry. All right, the intake is bolted back down. It says right here, 7 to 9 Newton meters. I don't have a torque wrench that small, so I tightened it. Put this intake tube back on to plug in the mass airflow sensor just so it has something so I can plug it or start the car, make sure everything runs before I start doing the cold air intake. Because if something's wrong, I don't want to take all that back off. Sounds pretty smooth. Alright, well that was pretty exciting. It's probably going to be the end of this video, and I'm going to start another video right now. You can go watch it right after this one. It's going to be putting on my cold air intake. So I'm smiling because I'm happy that no misfire.